He is the son of the late long-term government administrator Yusuf Haji and brother to the Director of Public Prosecutions Nuruddin Haji. He first shot to prominence back in 2013 when he rushed to the Westgate Mall as part of a rescue team during an attack by Al-Shabaab. But Abdul Haji now steps into new shoes as the Senator of Garissa County. Yesterday, the IEBC, in a Gazette notice, declared no contest on the seat, having received no other application declaring interest in a by-election. The businessman, now turned senator, spoke to Citizen TV this afternoon, his first interview since that IEBC declaration. And he began by telling our very own Wahiga Maura what the Garissa County endorsement means for him. Take a listen.
My overwhelming emotion is humility. I am truly humbled. All leaders of all aspects of life came together with a unified voice and agreed to make sure that I get to the Senate unopposed as a memory to my father. And I'm grateful to that.
You've given us the big picture about how you ended up as the sole candidate for that seat and announced by the IEBC yesterday. But there are those who say the mechanics on the ground may have been different. There are those who ask, because I'm sure there are others who had ambitions to take over from your father, were they bullied to submission? Were they bought to step down in your favor? What happened, Senator?
Well, there's a unique type of democracy that is practiced in the northeastern province. I think it's referred to as the negotiated democracy. But at the end of the day, what is democracy? It is the will of the people. And the will of the majority of the people in Garissa County was to have me succeed my father as the Senator of Garissa. And there is no such thing as bullying. There was no such thing as bullying. What happens is we have elders. We have leaders. They all took it upon themselves to persuade the individuals who had ambition to participate in the election for the senatorial position, persuade them to accept the will of the people, and that is exactly what happened.
How long do you think this negotiated democracy that you spoke of is viable? Because one could argue that in the future, more promising candidates could miss out because of this negotiated democracy. Personally, do you have any issues with it?
Well, it is true that sometimes negotiated democracy does not bring the best person to the job. But at the end of the day, does it bring harmony to the community? Do we avoid heated elections where lives are lost?
So Kenyans obviously followed yesterday's announcement by the IEBC, but they had seen you earlier, your intervention at the Westgate attack. Let's talk a little bit about that and whether you still think back to that day.
It was one of the most trying moments in my life. What I got to witness at the Westgate during the attack, of course, it's something that will stay with me forever. Like I said previously during the interviews I had during that time, it looked like a war zone. It was actually a war zone. To have seen young people killed in a very barbaric way. The people that I wasn't alone. Of course, I was with other people, and we tried our level best to assist as many people as possible. But you could see the horror in the people's faces. It still haunts me to date.
As you make your way to the Senate now, how do you expect that you will fit in and contribute on behalf of the people of Garissa in a house like this one?
Well, as a freshman, or what we used to say in high school, a mono, or a kurutu who is joining the Senate, I'm sure for the first initial stages, it is expected for me to be seen and not be heard. And I will take that opportunity to learn from the veterans who are in the Senate, the distinguished, learned individuals who are in the Senate.
What do you believe your leadership style will be like now that you're a public servant? You watched your father, you saw what he did. How different or similar would you say your leadership style will be compared to his?
We sometimes joke that he brought us up in a military camp, a boot camp. He was tough when he had to be tough. We would also joke that the kind of love he gave us was what we refer to as tough love. And I think, looking back through my childhood, I would think that his way of bringing us up as a family was what has shaped us as individuals today. And now I'm going into a leadership role whereby I will have to lead much more people than the few individuals that I was leading in the private life. So that will require a mixture of leadership styles. Because you cannot please everybody all the time when it comes to politics.